G'day, mate. My name is Jordan Rawding, and this is my NUin experience.
We cut the legs off of our pants, threw our shoes into the ocean, sank back and went through the daylight.
After receiving my admissions decision from Northeastern University, I was a bit confused as to what it actually meant, and I had no idea what NUin was. I decided to do some research on it, and I soon came to understand it was a great opportunity to study overseas in my first semester of college. I then learned that my three options to choose from were Australia, Greece, or Ireland, and I figured I should probably go to Australia since I may never get the opportunity to travel there again. On July 21st, I cut my summer short, said goodbye to my friends and family, and headed across the world to the land down under, Melbourne, Australia. In Australia, I was anticipating 75-degree weather with sunshine and kangaroos everywhere. However, I would soon become accustomed to an overcast 45 with a definite chance of rain and no sight of any kangaroos. It didn't take long to realize the differences of Australia, like cars driving on the other side of the road, or on and off switches on all of the outlets, but after a while we all got used to it. After a week of settling into our apartments and attending orientation week, we began our first college classes at Swinburne University of Technology. I was pleased by the easygoing nature of all the lecturers and teachers, and it made getting acclimated to their school system seamless. As the weeks flew by, I was able to form great relationships and set myself up with a good group of close friends for when I get back to the Northeastern campus. Together, we would hang out in the apartments and play video games, take strolls down to the local park for spike ball, or take spontaneous trips to the Crown Casino on weekdays. As a way to get involved in the community and help those in need, we participated in group service events at A Walk in the Park, which was a fundraiser for people with Parkinson's disease, and Bike Around the Bay, which was a fundraiser for children in need. For my individual service learning, I spent time at an Australian Red Cross a couple of towns over, and enjoyed being able to interact with community members, while also being able to make a difference around the store. Throughout our time in Australia as a group, we took many trips to places, including St. Kilda, where we saw its beautiful beach and aged amusement park, Healesville Sanctuary, where we saw koalas, kangaroos, and an interesting bird show.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned.
Phillip Island, where we walked its beaches and cliffs, dune surfed, and even watched the penguin parade.
The time of your life.
Brighton Beach, where we got to see its iconic colored huts lined up along the sand. The Great Ocean Road, where we saw the 12 Apostles and its stunning views. And Sydney, where we got to see the world-famous Opera House.
Some memories and dead skin on trial.
In addition to that, we also did things like visit the Melbourne Aquarium and cheer on our Hawthorn Hawks at a footy game at the MCG. After 6 weeks of classes were up, it was time for our mid-semester break. So my friends and I decided to take a trip up to Cairns, where we stayed in a beautiful house on Clifton Beach. While we were there, we went whitewater rafting on the Tully River, snorkeled at the Great Barrier Reef, and rode mopeds up to the Crystal Cascades for rock jumping and freshwater swimming. My NUin experience in Australia was something that I will never forget for the rest of my life. It gave me the opportunity to break out of the ordinary and become more independent and confident about my ability to live on my own. At first, I was a little uneasy about living in Boston, away from my family. However, after living across the world for 4 months, that uneasiness has turned to anxiousness, and I cannot wait to see what Boston has to offer. I may not have had your typical first semester of college experience, but I definitely had the best.